Hello everybody, yes, look at me, I'm back with a new Let's Play. I know, it's unbelievable, isn't it? Yeah, so finally got my ass around to being able to sit down for an afternoon to actually do some proper video game recording. So I'm going to bring you a short Let's Play of From Dust. This is mostly just to sort of get myself back into the swing of things, because I have been absent for a year, I know. And I will be explaining that to you over this absurdly long and pointless intro sequence. Anyway, that's beside the point. Yeah, I know I took like a year and a month or something off from my YouTube account. It wasn't entirely intentional. I did take a break after my Anno 2070 Let's Play. And I actually tried to record a couple of other Let's Plays that didn't work for some reason. One of the Let's Plays I wasn't really happy with. I didn't feel I was talking enough to really justify it, and then afterwards I found out there was an audio problem. In fact, audio problems seem to be the bane of my existence for doing these Let's Plays. The video records fine, it records wonderfully, but for some reason the audio doesn't. Anyway, after that, it was around midsummer, and I noticed my computer starting to crash an awful lot because it was overheating, and the overheating problem got very bad very quickly, to the point where I couldn't really run any good games and do recording stuff at the same time. So I'm afraid I had to put Let's Playing on hold whilst I scraped together enough money to be able to afford a new computer. So that's the short version anyway. So I managed to actually finally get myself a new computer sort of late last year, but that then I just needed a break over Christmas, and eventually I started to get back into making videos earlier this year. Obviously I already uploaded the Pieces of 8, and we are going to be having words about that, but that's another issue. So, yeah, the basic reason for absence was computer problems. As I said, I could go into details, but I frankly doubt you're interested. I doubt you're even listening to this. So, who the hell cares? Anyway, From Dust. Nice little, sort of small indie-type-esque game from Ubisoft, surprisingly enough. It's good fun. I enjoy playing it, obviously, otherwise I wouldn't be doing a Let's Play of it. Anyway, the basic gist, there's no real story to the game. You occasionally have those sort of long talking sections where somebody tells you about their sort of minor problems. But basically you are this sort of wibbly snake thing. That's about it. You are something known as the Breath of the World. It's kind of like a god thing. This is a god game. You are a kind of god, and you are going to help these tribal people to exist and survive, and isn't it all fun? See, look, tribal things. They wear funny masks for some reason. Because apparently drawing a mask like that is much easier than giving them a proper human face, because they're tiny weeny little models. Because they're tiny weeny humans, and we are gods, and we can kill them or whatever as we want. But of course we're supposed to help them because we're a benevolent god, because reasons, I guess. And so they have all these problems, and so what Ubisoft decided to do was give us an incredibly fun and surprisingly enjoyable physics engine to be able to do this. You can pick up sand, water, and eventually lava in the pursuit of helping people. And all the things react very lovely and very prettily, and there's, you know, you pick up dirt, comes away, and it slowly moves back down, and if you place it in a big lump, it slowly sinks down and forms a nice little pile, just like sand would in real life. Isn't it also pretty? It's very pretty indeed. Anyway, so we'll be getting into the details of that as I show you through all the levels. I'm going to be lumping this level and the next level into one video, mostly because it's kind of a non-level. It's not even strictly speaking a tutorial. It introduces you to the very basic precepts. Precepts? What the fuck? introduces you to the basic concepts of the game as it stands, and just it's like I said, it's pretty much a non-level. The first real level we'll be getting to once this, again, kind of pointless cinematic plays. I can only assume it's designed to cover loading. You know, if your system's bad enough to load, or if you've got an Xbox 360, because I think this game came out on XBLA and whatever the PlayStation equivalent is. So yeah, that's all good. So we're getting to the first level now, which is, this is actually the game as it stands for the most part. Blah blah blah. Oh yeah, and these guys like to talk in this strange aboriginal type language for some reason. I mean, they could just as easily speak English, considering it's just translated. But yeah, it's one of those things. So the idea is, you got villagers, you have to keep them alive. If too many villagers die, it's game over and you have to do the level again. Best way to keep them alive is to give them a village on one of these special totems. And there's, as you can see, there's 2 totems on this level. So obviously we have to populate both totems for goodness and for fun and for godliness, I suppose. Yeah, anyway, it works. As a gameplay mechanic, it's quite simple enough. Let's see, what else can I showcase while they're busy fanning about doing that? As you can see over here, we have a spring that is currently flooding water out. But if I zoom in very, very close, you may notice that the land, I don't know if you can notice that, assuming the camera stops moving, oh, for crying out loud, cutscenes! Stop it. Just let me do the thing. I'll explain that later. Come on, I'm trying to do this when you need to stop taking over control of my game, because I'm the one trying to do this. Stop it. Thank you. Now, what the hell was I saying? Oh, yes. What happens is that this spring, it's actually got a name. What's it called? Hover over it and it's... No, it doesn't. It's not even fucking telling me. It's called like a spring or a fountain or something like that. I'll remember later. It pumps out water, but it also pumps out a little bit of sand with it that the water carries. And as you can see, it deposits the sand at the edge of this sand bar, and it slowly grows out. It slowly spreads. And that is actually part of what happens, is that if sand gets caught up in water in this game, it will get deposited. And there's actually another one hidden up here that some people don't always know about, so that you can doubly improve it. Isn't that so nice? Isn't it just all nice and nice? Oh yes, and apparently I can pull up water now, because they've given me that ability. Isn't it also good? Water, of course, acts as you would imagine. You know, you drop it down and it creates a nice big wave that slowly spreads out and dissipates over space. It's all so realistic, isn't it? It's like they've actually tried to make a realistic physics engine on this. How unusual. Anyway, the other thing you may notice is that we now have plants dotted all over the place. Go away. Stupid bloody... I know how to play the game, okay? I've done it before. So yes, it has plants that slowly spread over the sand or the dirt or whatever you want to call it. This is a good thing for if you're the type of person that likes 100% completion, you see. Anyway, we can get them on this totem village place now. And this is good. This is good. But of course, this is only the first level, so things aren't really challenging here. In fact, things are practically non-challenging here. They are completely non-threatening in almost every way that is possible to be non-threatening. It's very hard to lose this level. You can, because your villagers can drown and they can do all sorts of horrible, unpleasant things. It's not very nice. Not very good, certainly. See? See? Listen. They're screaming. They're complaining about something. God only knows what. I think I know what it is. They always complain about that. Let me see. If they do start screaming and complaining, you just need to build up a little sand here, because it's a little too close for comfort to their village. Yes, and so yay, we have... Yes, that's nice. Now we have 2 villages. And that means that the level exit is open, because that's the ultimate goal of the game, to populate all the little totem villages and then reach the exit. Anyway, I wanted to say that this grass, as you can see, it literally grows and slowly spreads over the sand, and the more plant life that you have fills up this little bar here in the bottom left corner. And if you get 100%, you unlock stuff, because unlocking stuff is fun. It's nothing amazing or important or even, frankly, necessary stuff, but it's stuff nonetheless. And we've got to unlock stuff, because unlocking stuff is clearly a good thing. And the other thing you can get, as you can see by this little guy, these tiny little stones. Some levels have them, some don't, but this also unlocks stuff. What it does is basically, in the main menu, there's this entry section, and it lists basically everything you will encounter in the games, and literally that all unlocks. It basically unlocks a little information for a very, very small database. Isn't it riveting, the things you can unlock in this game? So, obviously one of the things you want to do is you don't really want to leave the level until your little plant meter there at the bottom is 100%. Because you want to make sure that they all are 100%, because that way you got 100% completion. So let's see, what we need to do is we need to continue to spread the plant material around by connecting all these little blank patches. You've got to be very careful. You see, this water will keep flooding out of here permanently, and it will continue to grow and spread this sort of landmass here at the top of the level. And it'll grow and it'll spread, and eventually it'll start sort of tapering off. Oh, what now? Territory, blah 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 blah. Yeah, territory's almost a couple of palms. I know, I'm doing that. So I started a new account, a new what the hell are they called? Profile. Obviously, in order to do the Let's Play, because I don't want completed levels and everything hanging around here. That would be kind of annoying, I think. So I was using a completed profile. So I loaded up a completed profile at first, but then I decided to create a new account. So of course it's still got all the tutorial bollocks to lead me through. So that'll be fun, won't it? Fun, fun, fun. Anyway, I think what I'm going to do now, if I seal off that water, and look how it slowly drains away. Isn't it all so realistic? I guess. That one. And the plants are now free to grow and spread and be lovely to each other, I suppose. It's not very specific. Anyway. So anyway, I've got 100% on the plant thing. That means I can leave, which means we now have to get people over to the exit. I've already prepared the way. So yes, we're going to go do that, and it will be good. And good times shall be had by all. In theory. Yeah. You can tell I'm not used to this. My mouth is getting really, really dry very, very quickly. It's a good job I got a glass of water on standby. This is probably going to be the end for the first video. I'm going to probably separate it by levels, or maybe every other level. So this is going to be the end of this video, I think. In that case, I will see you in the next video. Take care.